Hey guys, how it is going? So this is the first tutorial for the Django REST framework. So here I'll be creating the CRUD API for building the Django application using the Django's REST framework. So you'll be learning about how to create, read, delete and update the APIs for building the web applications. So let's get started. At first, before we get to the code, so we need to know what is the REST API and what is the proper way to build it and why API is built. So basically, a REST API is a standard way to provide the data to other applications. So those applications can then use that data however they want. Sometimes API also offer a way for other applications to make changes to your data. So there are a lot of requests performed during the API request. So some of them are get request, put request, post requests, and delete request. So I'll be explaining all of these requests, and I'll also explain how to create all those API in this video. So this will be a full series. It will be divided on different parts. So you need to go through all the videos to know how to build a full API in Django REST. So in this video I'll be installing the Django and also installing the Django REST framework, and then set up the project and then start the server. So at first, before building the Django applications, you need a virtual environment so that we can build the application inside that virtual environment. So if you don't know how to create and install the virtual environment, then I've made a separate video for this. So you can go. The link will be in the description below. So you should look at that video and then get the information about how to install the virtual environment. I'll be creating one virtual environment here so that I can build the applications inside the virtual environment. So in order to create the virtual environment and activate it, you should give the command virtual env and the name of your environment. So let's move to the desktop first so that I can build the application there. Here are these two folders inside the desktop. So let's make one separate folder. So let's make one separate folder where we can create the virtual environment. So for this I use the mkdir command. So in the desktop the project folder has been created. So let's go inside that project folder. So there is nothing inside this folder, so I need to create the virtual environment here. So in order to create that, we should use this virtual env and then the name of the environment which you want to create. So let's just give it the name CRUD API. So the environment has been created. So let's look inside the folder. So the CRUD API has been installed. So let's dive into the folder, and so there are two folders inside the environment and one configuration file. So in order to activate the virtual environment, you can do source bin and activate. So the virtual environment has been activated, which is shown here. After activating the virtual environment, let's install the Django and the Django REST framework so that we can build the Django application and all the API related to the applications. So in order to install the Django, you need to install the pip package manager first. So pip is a package manager which is very useful to install all the necessary libraries from the internet. So after installing the pip, you need to just give the command pip install in Django to install the Django. So it's very easy to install in Django because the command is very simple. So it will take some time. Yeah, so the Django has been successfully installed. So let's again install the Django REST framework. So what is the Django REST framework? So the Django REST framework is a powerful and flexible toolkit for building the web API. So it is also based on the top of the Django, and it is very useful to create the API because the biggest reason to use the Django REST framework is it makes the serialization very easy. So what is serialization? I'll explain more detail about the serialization in the future videos. So I'll give a short glance about the serialization. So the process of querying and converting tabular database values into the JSON format is called serialization. So basically, if you are creating the application by using the two different languages, like if you are using the Django editor backend and using the React editor frontend, then you need to send the response from Django to the React application. So for sending the response, you need the API. So and the serialization is very useful while providing the response from the backend to frontend. Here the Django has all let's look the libraries installed. So the Django has been installed here, and then PP is already installed. So let's create one project for the Django applications. So in first we have not installed the Django REST framework. So for this we should provide the command the same as the Django. So this is the command which we should provide for installing the Django REST framework. So the Django REST framework is also installed inside our machine. Let's look. So it is successfully installed. Now we are inside the CRUD API folder. So let's create one project which using the Django, so that we can build our CRUD API inside there. So in order to use in order to start the project, we should use the Django admin command. So the Django admin command has a different type of sub commands which is very useful while you are using the Django. So let's look at what type of sub commands are present inside the Django admin. So these are the sub commands which we can use for various purposes inside the Django applications. So for creating a project, we are using the start project command. So let's use the start project, and you should give the name of a project. So I'll give the name is CRUD. So the project has been successfully created. So let's look. So here you can see that the project is successfully created inside the environment. And let's open the Visual Code Studio for this. So here you can see that inside the CRUD project, one CRUD folder is present. So it contains some of the important files which is used for Django configuration. So the most important file is manage.py, which is also the starting point for running the Django application. So we don't need to change any of the content for this file. So it is the built-in file which come while starting the project. So and then we have the settings.py, which contains the settings and configurations required for running the Django application. So we need to change this file frequently as per our need. So it contains the contents like the secret key, and it also contains the app which are installed in our applications, and also the database which we are using. So here we can change the database name is for our need, and this type of contents are present here. And then there is the init.py which is blank, so it is the Django package. And then we have the url.py file where only the built-in admin endpoint is created by Django itself. So we'll be diving deeper into it in the future videos. So now let's run the command to run the server, so that we can just view whether the Django is successfully running in our system or not. So for this, go to the command terminal, and then inside the same folder we need to give this command python manage.py and run server. So after giving this command, there is one warning which is related to the migration, and I'll explain further. I'll explain this in the future videos. And so the server is successfully started, and we can use this to open in our browser, so that we can see whether the Django is successfully installed in our machine or not. So we can use the address to open and check whether the server is running or not. So we can provide the endpoint here, and then we can enter. So guys, this much for this video, and if you have any question related to this video, you can comment below. And if you want more tech videos to watch and gain the information, then please subscribe my channel, and please share the video with your friends. So I'll be talking about how to create the app and then setting up the database in the next videos. Thank you.